EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
42-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brought down.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Intended for Raheem Mostert.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for the Niners. 73 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
From the 24, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On the return is Pettis. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 53 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Javon Kinlaw able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 91 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 14, 49ers 13.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
8-yard line.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Number 86.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Niners 20, Seahawks 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Brings up third down and
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And able to find Dorsett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
10 at the 42-yard line.
On the delay, here's Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and 10.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for this secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 16-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Niners 27, Seahawks 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're seeing. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something.
And got his man, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Number 11.
Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Niners 34, Seahawks 28. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission. And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 73 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to regain the lead. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Good. Makes the score Niners 41, Seahawks 35.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
That's what it is.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Black 80! Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Hey, let's get in there. Block! 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 We got that block. Got it.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
To Brandon Ayuk.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Got his target, Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
I'm ready to take over, baby. Staying, don't.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
He's tackled
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go. 180! 56. 56.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back into huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Coming to you, coming to you.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 66 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21, 21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Niners 56, Seahawks 42.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line. That's the end.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch count.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And his throw is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 56, Seahawks 49. Michael Dixon to kick off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 19-yard line.
A second and 11 from the 19. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this one's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Third down and the 11.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third and 11. Now Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
49er ball carrier.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Ball carrier.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Niners on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw is Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Here we go. Like 80!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience.
Here we go.
Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.
Seahawks 49.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.